Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Arcanum. While taking a morning stroll through the streets of Ashbury, Mr. Drake has happened upon this suspicious-looking figure standing before the cemetery gates, so he'll have a chat with him.
Yes?
Hello, sir. Might I ask your name?
My name is Geoffrey Tarlondash, and who, might I ask, are you?
I'm Robert Drake. What are you doing out here?
I'm tending to my own business. That's what I'm doing. I swear the manners of the peasantry.
How droll. I'd almost think you possessed a sense of humor.
Perhaps you're not as ignorant and as bland as you look, stranger. You've at least the brain power to conceive an amusing response. Nicely done. You've not the barbarian upbringing I expected.
Oh, thank you so much. And what is your background, Geoffrey?
Mine? Oh, the usual. Raised in Caledon, schooled in Tarrant, summers off the coast of Catan. I'm of the Fallsburg Talondashes, if you know that sort of thing. I spent a few years in Tula among the old wizards. Bloody boring bunch of old codgers.
I see. Which College of Magic did you study?
Oh, I dabbled in the necromantic arts, mainly on the darker side. A little of this and that. I've a job waiting for me in Tarrant with one of the newer mage consortiums, if I've ever a mind to go there.
Interesting. So, just what are you doing here?
Haven't you heard? Ashbury has a problem with its cemetery. Seems they've got bloody zombies just sprouting up from the ground every night, and nobody knows why. I just happened to be traveling through here on my way back to Caledon, and I thought I'd look into the matter.
And what do you think the problem is?
Well, just between you and I, there's quite a famous individual buried here in the Ashbury graveyard. A fellow by the name of Magick Wrench. Was quite a necromancer in his time. Wrote a few controversial texts, that sort of thing.
But if he's dead...
Yes. I'm getting to that. I think the old chap was buried with something powerful. And whatever it is finally got out, and now every dead John and Barry in this town is coming back to dinner. Quite a good story, if that's your cup of tea.
And so?
And so, I want whatever the hell is down there. And I plan on finding out just as soon as I can figure out a way to get rid of these bloody zombies.
Okay. It's fairly obvious to Mr. Drake that Geoffrey's motives for investigating the cemetery are somewhat questionable. But Mr. Drake does want to find out if there is something insidious going on in there, and to see if there is, to see if he can right it. So he will tentatively agree to help out here. So perhaps I might be of assistance.
Yes, you just might be useful after all. I'd be willing to offer you 500 gold pieces for whatever is raising these zombies.
Alright, I'll return when I found it. Okay, so Mr. Drake will put on his battle attire and set forth into the cemetery. And as you can see, there is in fact some sort of zombie apocalypse going on. And if you noticed in the conversation options with Geoffrey, Mr. Drake had the option to ask Geoffrey to accompany him. And Geoffrey is a follower, but he'll only agree to accompany your character if your character's evil. Not surprisingly, since Geoffrey confessed to being interested in the darker side of necromancy. And what little voicing there is in this game is, I think it's really well done. And Geoffrey is among my favorite of the voiced characters. His voicing is just hilarious and really well done. And he's worth taking along just for entertainment purposes. Because he does have some pretty funny interjections. You know, they're few and far between, but they make it worth taking him along. As a fighter and an aid to your party, he's somewhat questionable, like most of the characters that use magic. And with Geoffrey, he's, in addition to having spells in the black necromancy field, he also has spells in, I think, in the College of Fire, and one of them is Fireball, and he has a tendency just to throw out fireballs into the middle of your party during combat. So that does present something of a problem. So you just have to kind of keep him on a short leash if he's in your party. But like I said, I find him pretty entertaining. So if you're doing an evil playthrough, he's worth taking along. Alright, so Mr. Drake has entered the mausoleum into the basement and now will descend into the crypts. And of course, there are damn zombies everywhere. So I'll just cut our way through them. If I were a competent player, this would be a good time to switch to real time, but I am not competent at playing real time at all. I would just wind up attacking my own party members half the time. So we'll just go through the slow, arduous process of turn-based fighting. There we go. Alright, let me see if I can remember the quickest way. Well, we'll want to take care of this guy. And did we escape? Let's see, I think we want to go this way. The catacombs stretch off in every direction, and there's really nothing of interest down here aside from, you know, just tons of zombies to fight. There aren't any loot chests or anything like that, so we'll just try to find the quickest way through. Find our way to the tomb of someone named, a necromancer named Malachi Wrench, whom Jeffrey suspects is responsible for this undead uprising. Alright. And let's see, more zombies.
That's the way to show those bastards, I mean, good hit, sir.
And now ghouls. Alright, just put that one back to rest. Okay, let's see, more. There we go. And I think we want to go up here. Oh yes, and oh, there are lots of little fun guys. We have putrid walkers, which are going to poison Mr. Drake. A couple of ghouls and more zombies. So let's go ahead and congeal time, slow everybody down, and then start attacking the putrid walkers. That sounds really inviting. Okay, fortunately, one of them missed. Actually, it's really not a big deal if anyone gets poisoned, because Virgil can just cure it. The only one whom we don't want getting poisoned is Magnus, because Virgil's curing spells won't work on him. Alright, so Mr. Drake is completely surrounded by rotting flesh. Fantastic. Let's see, let's just get him down, and then start working on this one. Okay, that was pretty quick. And actually, the tomb that Mr. Drake is going to investigate, that of Malachi Wrench. Malachi Wrench has a castle, or well, I guess had a castle. He's dead, but his castle still exists in Ashbury, and it's sort of it's on the town map, sort of in the northern section. It's really just a large dungeon to clear, so I'm probably going to do that off camera. Before Mr. Drake sets out for the Isle of Despair. Alright, and finish off the last one. Oh, Magnus! No! Magnus injures himself horribly. Alright. And we'll enter the inner part of the crypts. And here we go. Even more. And okay, these guys, these blue ones are called gore guards, and they're actually somewhat annoying because they will damage your character's armor every time they hit. How many are there? Okay. Mr. Drake will lock this one down in stasis and then just start attacking. Is there another one? Hiding in the ground somewhere? Probably. Yep. Alright. Also want to put that one down in stasis. Okay, there we go. Alright. And then just start attacking. The dog just one-shots everything. Okay, oh, might as well start attacking the Gore Guard. Since they're stunned right now, all of Mr. Drake's attacks, or all of anyone's attacks, do maximum damage. So, okay, yeah, the dog just cuts him down. Alright, and everybody will have some fun with the last Gore Guard. And Gar apparently missed a couple of times. There we go. And this should be it. Alright, and that's it. And on the floor here we see the Gem of Malachi Wrench. So Mr. Drake will tuck that away safely into his backpack. I'm not sure if there's any other loot or... yeah, let's see, what's in here? Okay, there's some sort of mace. I'm pretty sure that's cursed. Could be wrong though. It has been a couple of years since I last played this game. Alright, I'm going to pause it quickly, and when we return, Mr. Drake will be standing before Jeffrey. He's not going to return the gem to him, but he feels it's the gentlemanly thing to do to tell him so. So, be right back in a second. And we're back. Mr. Drake realizes, somewhat obviously, that an item as powerful and as evil as the Gem of Malachi Wrench, which can summon up legions of the dead from the earth, does not belong in the hands of someone with dark inclinations like Jeffrey. But he does feel it's incumbent upon him to at least inform Jeffrey that he's not going to be receiving the gem. So,
I'm sorry, did you, need something else?
yes, Jeffrey, might I impose upon you for a moment?
Yes, what is it?
I've found what was underneath the graveyard.
Really? I'm very interested in obtaining that object. I'll pay you 500 gold pieces for it right now.
I'm sorry, I don't think so, Jeffrey.
Perhaps I need to be a little clearer. You're going to give me that gem, and I'm going to pay you a handsome fee of 500 gold pieces. Now hand it over.
I'm afraid I don't like your tone, Jeffrey.
Last time I asked politely, what's it going to be?
No, I'm holding on to it for safekeeping, and that's final.
I'll have that gem one way or another.
Okay, and then Jeffrey just attacks him, so that was pretty inevitable. Jeffrey's only level 12, so he goes down pretty easily. And his summoned zombie is immediately dismissed. Alright, Mr. Drake regrets having to kill him, but it was unavoidable. So, when we return, the Castle of Malachi Wrench is up here. I'm probably going to clear that off camera. And when we return, Mr. Drake will be standing before Edward Teach, the captain of the ship that's going to take him to the Isle of Dread. So, as always, thank you for watching, and please stay tuned.